My past is not a memory. It's a force at my back. It pushes and steers. I may not always like where it leads me, but like any story, the past needs resolution. What's past is prologue. Rated T for Teen.
Welcome back to Nice 1983 Amiibo Collecting Episode 6, where your favorite Nintendo characters come to life. In this episode, we have Zero Suit Samus. Guys, I am bringing you back into the Smash series for two reasons. And one of those reasons is it's about damn time we got back to the Smash series. And the other reason, we're bringing you this character very specifically in celebration of Nairo beating Zeros at MLG 2015 to dethrone the king and become the MLG champ for 2015 using Zero Suit Samus and sticking to his guns with the character. So Nairo, congratulations on your victory. And let's go ahead. We're going to go ahead and unbox Samus. But we're going to do that off camera. And we're going to hit you up with that trophy description. Samus is far from helpless when her power suit is deactivated. Sure, she loses a lot of moves and weapons she had access to before, but her jet boots pick up the slack. She also has the Paralyzer, a versatile weapon that can shark her rivals or chain into a plasma whip to grab edges and enemies. Alright guys, I really hope you enjoyed that trophy description. We are back. Samus is out of the box. And let's go ahead and do a little quick rundown on her. Samus looks really good for an amiibo. Really good, especially considering that she's one of like the more normal style looking characters, like more human, if you will. The pose is great. The attention to detail is great. The paint really pops on this figure. Love the boots, the gun, all that is great. Of course, she comes on the standard Smash coin base. Let's go ahead and get a look at her from the side. Samus got a little bit of a booty. Not gonna lie, Samus is really rocking that booty. Let's go ahead and take a look at the back. And guys, this is what really hurts this figure in my opinion. This stand, this is one of the more horrendous stands. It actually does a disservice to such a good figure. But, I mean, I understand that this is a figure that probably wouldn't have stood well, but you have to think there had to have been any better solution than this. Alright, let's go with Samus' other side profile. I think that looks pretty good as well. And let's go back to the front. Now, when you're looking at this girl from the front, everything is kosher. Everything is clean. Love the paint. Love the attention to detail. She's even got a little freckle on the chin. It's kind of hard to see, but it is there. There is detail on this amiibo. They really went out of their way to paint her, you know, spot on. It's really shameful that she ends up with this awful, awful stand. It's just such a detraction from such a great amiibo, and it's almost hard to put it into words because you know this is one of those things that is really going to affect the outcome when I go ahead and give this girl a score, because, you know, it's like, I don't even know if they've done any of the detail on the other leg, because, I mean, really, why would they have? Because it's covered by this god-awful base. This stand is it's just a travesty. I kind of expect a base like this from a Skylander, and I hate to say that because Amiibo have been really hitting all cylinders when it comes to, the quality control and how good they look, but this is just painful. Alright guys, Samus has one more trophy description. We're going to go ahead and do that, and when we come back, it'll be comparison time and score time. See you in a minute. Zero Suit Samus's up special boost kick involves a series of fast kicks that ends with a swift sideways launching one. A perfectly executed attack will hit 8 times. Her down special flip jump can bury a grounded fighter in the dirt. She can kick mid-flip by pressing the special button. Alright guys, we are back. And I hope you enjoyed that trophy description for Samus. So, it is comparison time. So what we have here is Zero Suit standing next to regular suit Samus, or traditional Samus, if you will. She looks great standing next to her counterpart. Samus is really lucky in that she's gotten a lot of attention to detail when it comes to her Amiibos. I really, really appreciate what they've gone and done for her. She would really, really stand out so much more if it weren't for that stand. I mean, in this case, she stands out because the stand is really bad. But I think when you look at it from the front, you see it standing next to classic Samus, it looks amazing. Alright guys, it is score time. My favorite time. Looking at this Amiibo from the front, this Amiibo would get somewhere around an 8 because there is a lot of detail. She looks great. Her paint really pops. The attention to detail just so good. But then when you look at that freaking stand, it is so bad. It is almost blasphemous. It detracts from the figure so much. Now I understand that some of these figures do need these stands to help them, pose or stand in their pose, but there's no excuse. There had to be any other solution than what they came up with. I mean, the bell bottom that's like cut in half isn't working. It just looks like she got dressed and stopped midway through. It's so bad. So if I have to give this one a score, guys, simply on the basis that this stand makes me want to shoot babies, this figure gets a 5.5. It is the lowest score I've had to give an Amiibo, a real Amiibo, based on something so simple. Like I said, if it weren't for that stand, this figure would have gotten 8 easy. It just, not going to work out, Samus. I'm sorry. We're going to have to go our separate ways. Your sense of style doesn't work for me. I feel like I'm breaking up with Samus. That's how bad this stand is. 5.5. Sorry to all you ZSS lovers. Well, guys, that is definitely going to be it for this episode of Amiibo Collecting. As always, you can hit me up on Twitter at nice1983. You can hit me up by email, nice1983@gmail.com, and you can check me out on Facebook, nice1983 Game Collecting. Well, guys, that's our show for today. Thank you so much for watching. And watch out for Amiibo hunters on the prowl.
The cold silence of space only punctuates the feeling of death that emanates from this virtually lifeless planet. Only one thing is alive and well here. Evil. And it must be destroyed, decimated, exterminated. But first, it must be found.